How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another exciting episode of FUD Studios Presents Cryptocurrency News and Updates. I'm your host, Elio Trades, and I'll be walking you through what I think is a very important topic, something that's been affecting all of us in the last month. Certainly anyone who's part of these hype cycles, who's part of these sort of extraordinary pumps, of which I am certainly one. I took part in this TRX Tron pump, and we're going to talk all about what may or may not have happened and what I think is in store for the next few weeks of Tron. So let's go ahead and pop right in here and check out what could be happening. So we'll be right back after the intro. We're going to talk all about what may or may not have happened and what I think is in store for the next few weeks of Tron. So let's go ahead and pop right in here and check out what could be happening. We see Tron falling here down to the 14th position, all the way from the 6th position that it was at during its glory moment, I would say, of early January. Here you see it pumps from, it was sitting down here in early December at, this is what's crazy. It was sitting down at 0.002. So it was 0.2 of a cent. So by the time it had made it all the way up to 3 cents or 2 cents, you just have to understand, guys, this was a pump of astronomical. I'm just going to zoom in on the pump that gets you to 3 cents. So this gets you up to 3 cents. Look at 3 cents compared to where it was. This is a 10x pump, a 10, 20x pump. And then when it got to 4x, or 4 cents, it was a 20x pump. So you're looking at, a lot of whales behind you in the queue, a lot of whales that had bought in down here and that were ready to cash out at this pump. So what made this cash out, this pullback so dramatic? Because this is more dramatic than just some whales getting out. And I think what people fail to understand is the sheer level of Justin Sun's celebrity. So we're going to go here and look just really quickly at Justin Sun's Twitter, just so you can see. Many of you are probably familiar with, but look, this is 361,000 followers. He's so high on the Twitter mentions. TRX Tron is one of the most talked about, most tweeted about, most mentioned social cryptocurrencies in all of social media, and that is a huge factor. Now, we're going to combine it with another factor that happened right around this huge pullback, right around this pullback. A lot of you may be familiar with the concept of Chinese Lunar New Year. Chinese Lunar New Year is the biggest human migration on the planet. Every year, more people move because of Chinese Lunar New Year physically across the globe than any other event. So Chinese Lunar New Year is this massive holiday where in the middle of February, Chinese families get together. It's kind of like akin to a Christmas sort of time in the Chinese culture. Now, Justin Sun's celebrity, when combined with this Chinese Lunar New Year, it helps explain a lot of things. Chinese Lunar New Year has historically been the source of many drops in currency price. So Chinese Lunar New Year, as we scroll down, we can see these corrections. We have early 2015, there's the crash from Chinese Lunar New Year. Then 16, there's the crash from Chinese Lunar New Year. Then 17, there's the crash from Chinese Lunar New Year. 18, here's the crash from Chinese Lunar New Year. So we know that this happens every year in January in anticipation of this mid-February event. Now, what's really exciting about this is in understanding that this was an exponentially dramatic pump, and this was an exponentially dramatic pullback. To get from down here at 0.2 of a cent all the way up to 31 cents, right? So that's more, that's a 200x, or sorry, that's a 100 and change x, talking about 1,000% in a matter of days. You don't have to be greedy to want to cash out after 1,000% gains. You'd have to be kind of insane and greedy not to. So the investor sell-off, the early investor sell-off here makes sense, but why this dramatic plunge all the way back down to 4 cents or 5 cents? Why did that happen? And I think to really fully understand that, you need to understand how many weak hands are in the market and how many of those weak hands were particularly affected by Chinese Lunar New Year. So when Justin Sun streamed live to the American audience, he had something like 10 to 20,000 live viewers. When Justin Sun, the founder of Tron, who's got massive celebrities, streamed live to his Chinese audience, he had between 10 and 20 million viewers. So we're talking about 1,000x the amount of popularity that he has here in America that he has in Chinese. He's also much more articulate and instills much more confidence. This is off of Reddit. This was the 16 million viewer count stream that he had. And you can just understand that his celebrity, his impact on youth in China is tremendous. So, when going and seeing their new sort of how they've evolved their site even since the collapse, and they've evolved all of their technology, what looks like their outward-facing sort of materials significantly since their pump, there's still a lot of excitement for Tron. And I just want to help put in context how we could come all the way up here to 31 cents from 0.2 of a cent and then back down to 4 cents. Is this a crash or is this a correction? Really what this is a combination of whales who bought in here at 2 cents, selling up here with their, more than 100x gains. Who could blame them? And then you have here a pullback on a bunch of young, new investors in the space, many of which who I believe are Chinese. Why do I believe that there are many young Chinese investors? Well, Justin Sun had 16 million live viewers in his Chinese live stream. Live streaming is predominated by young people. I know that because I ran a live streaming social media app, which had a very, very low median age and mean age. So I know for a fact that live streaming skews much, much younger. So his live audience in China is indicative of many young people following him. And when you get young people investing in a market that's this unbelievably volatile, you get the definition of weak hands. So as we see this price coming down, you're just seeing more and more and more and more people. As you see this cliff that we come off, it's just more and more and people just selling. Oh, I lost money. Get out. Until we get back down to, you have to be pretty strong-handed here. Just so you guys know, I am a Tron bag holder. I believe in Tron. I actually am at a loss right now with Tron. I have about 120,000 Tron, and I'm not worried even a little bit about Tron, and I will tell you exactly why. Tron is still an idea. It's an idea backed by many powerful industry players, people from Alibaba and Microsoft, Justin Sun himself, who's a successful entrepreneur. But we're still looking forward to Tron's mainnet launch on March 31st. When Tron launches its mainnet, we'll get to see all of a sudden this idea start to become a reality. Here he's Tron's touting what they achieved, over 1,000 transactions per second, ultra low fee transfer. By the way, Ethereum can only transfer about 6 transactions a second. So that's not too shabby for 1,000 to 6. Obviously, this is about tied with Neo, the most popular blockchain technology in China. But we have every reason to believe that this is going to continue to increase, and that off-chain scaling solutions and sharding abilities will allow for even more transaction speeds across Ethereum, Neo, and every other platform. In fact, at FUD, we don't believe scaling is really going to be the issue that holds back any of these platforms, Bitcoin included. So, but as we produce, regardless, as we proceed towards this March 31 date, we'll be able to see a lot of real applications starting to look towards building on Tron, and we'll see these partnerships go from big talk to big action. We also know that Tron is slipping in some really interesting Tron Spacey. So we also know that Tron is slipping in some really interesting news that they actually deleted today. This post, I think, was deleted, but Tron publicized and put out a Medium article on it's having a partnership with Spacey, which is the SpaceX of China, and they only took it down because it seems like they wanted more of a bump in the price from this news. And historically, as we're on a Friday, edging in China, it's already Saturday. News just doesn't do any price action on the weekend. So I think they thought, let's take this piece of news and drop it again on a Monday where we'll see more price action. So there's no traces of this tweet on Justin Sun's page, even though he put it out. We know he tweeted about it yesterday, deleted it. Same with he also deleted the. Sorry for clicking around so much. He also deleted the Medium article, deleted. Yeah, they're waiting till the futures expiration. So there's a few theories as to why this may or may not be happening, but I just wanted to go over my personal opinion as to why Tron has been pulling back so hard. And just like Tron is just an example of a coin that had the most severe hype cycle potentially I've seen in a very long time, attracting multi-million viewer audiences, many young people to the space, and many weak and uninformed investors who don't understand the ebbs and flows, the vicissitudes of the market. Now, once Chinese Lunar New Year comes back and Tron gets its pump back on, all of these young investors in China that are now, ostensibly on their holiday break, they're going to come back into the market too, along with these Chinese sort of oomph. So I'm looking for a mid-February recovery, not just of the market, not just of the altcoin market, but specifically of Tron. Looking for a mid-February build all the way from the end of Chinese Lunar New Year up until the beginning of their mainnet release. Now, I do sort of subscribe to a buy the rumor, sell the news type mentality as it proves truer and truer in the crypto space, but I'm not going to tell you to time the market. I will say that I expect this currency to grow, certainly to hit its all-time high sometime in March. So look for this comeback, look for the rebirth of Tron, and I would not be surprised to see a lot of you making a lot of positive posts about Tron, but beware, Justin Sun is a massive celebrity, and if he pumps this currency too hard, you're gonna see another overpump, you're gonna see the whales cash in, and you're gonna see a big fall off. But does that mean the end of Tron? I think not. Thanks for watching another episode of FUD News and Reports. I'm Elio Trades, your host, and I'll be back soon with much more crypto news and updates. If you like this video, please like it or leave a comment below. And if you like crypto updates and you're an investor in the space, it is not a bad idea to subscribe to this channel as we put up multiple crypto news updates each and every day. Thanks so much for your time, and I look forward to seeing you at another video.